Hi guys! So today is my colour bent Ivysaur. Now I must look at my pasta fingers. I have to apologise for not doing more on this before today. Um, Mainly because Rolly, the the dog, he ended up getting conjunctivitis in his left eye. Um, I'll see if I can talk and outline at the same time. I don't like my chances. Um, but yes, Rolly got conjunctivitis in his left eye, so he is currently wearing a cone of shame, as we call them here. Don't know if that's what they call them anywhere else overseas. Um, he has to have that on for at least a week. Today's Friday, he got it put on Tuesday. Because I thought it was just a bit of dirt or something that got in his eye, but he was scratching at it so bad that he actually took off layers of his eyelid and it was bleeding a fair bit. Sorry if anyone's squeamish while they're watching this. So yes, I spoke to a vet friend, or a vet nurse friend, I should say, and they booked his appointment in for me, and we went there on Tuesday. He's got to have eye cream as well, twice a day in both eyes. He does not like it one iota. And who can blame him? Who really likes having, stuff poked into their eyes at awful times of the day. So we've currently been dealing with that, but it doesn't help that he injured himself about 2 weeks prior, where he had strained muscles in one of his front legs and one of his back legs at the same time. So, again, vet nurse friends came to the rescue, came over, looked him over. Another friend of mine ended up giving us some anti-inflammatories that vet nurse friend approved of so that we could give them to him. He just did not want to move, and so we had to get him back on his feet for that. Happened on a Friday or Saturday, I can't quite remember, and by the Wednesday he was his happy-go-lucky self again. So that didn't take very long for that to sort itself out. You've probably seen the photo that I posted of Rolly in his cone of shame a few days ago. But yes, we've been currently dealing with that more than anything else. So that was on my priority list rather than doing this. So hopefully, his eye is getting better, but we're still worried that he's going to scratch at it and make it like 10 times worse. So we're going to see how he is on Sunday, so in 2 days' time, and if his eye is better, and he is getting it slowly better, then we might be able to see about taking off the cone of shame. And hopefully he won't go scratching at it and making it worse again, or otherwise he's got to have the cone back on. But he goes back on the 27th, back to the vet, to see how well his eye's healing up. Apparently he had a bit in his right eye as well. That's why he's got to have the eye cream in both his eyes. But yes, at this point in time, Mr. Rolly does not do things by half. As I said, not 2 weeks prior to this was when he went and strained his leg muscles on opposing sides, just to make things, that much more difficult. But yes, dealing with the dog, and then of course the cats are having a whinge because they're not getting as much attention as what Rolly is, especially May. She's very much an attention-seeking kitty. And I'm surprised that she hasn't started jumping as soon as I record this. Because knowing my luck, you'll definitely be able to hear her scrabbling along the door. Because she has a thing for jumping at the bedroom door, because the cats have their own room. She has a tendency to jump at the door, and it sounds horrific when she comes down along the door. And it drives us crazy when she does it at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And that's always her go-to time, 7 a.m. She has gone earlier, and other times she just hasn't bothered. But when she goes off at 7 in the morning and we've had a rough night or a late night, or I've woken up with a migraine, it's, yeah, not very pleasant. But there's not a lot we can do about it unless she grows out of it, of course. Ha ha. Again, don't like the chances. But that's what you do, and that's what you deal with when you are a pet parent. So if I go quiet at all, I'm just concentrating really hard, making sure I don't bugger up any of the lines. But, yes. Don't forget, guys, because this will be posted to TikTok before anything else. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page, because currently I have a sales event happening, and it's for the entire month of February, and I have had absolutely no interest in it whatsoever at this point in time, for whatever reason. It's kind of disheartening, but at the same time, this is more of a hobby than a business at this point. So I'm not that fussed that I haven't had that much interest, but I went and did inventory on my artworks the other week, as you may have seen, and I've got over 100 pieces in my folder. So yeah, if you want to go over to my Facebook page and have a look, I am okay doing commissions, but there wouldn't be a final completion date, mainly because I don't know what my own health is going to be like, let alone the animals. So I can't exactly promise, oh yeah, it'll be done in 2 weeks, because, well, I might have an off week, or I might end up, Osmorph might even have a rough week and I might have to play nurse. But yeah, so no promise of actual completion dates unless I feel like I can do it in, say, 2-3 days. So commissions are available. Just keep in mind that the completion date may be delayed for some reason. So if you need it by a specific date, then yeah, just keep in mind that I may not be able to fulfill that date, and for good reason. As it is, this is going to be the only thing that I do today, mainly because, whoops, almost stuffed up. Mainly because 2 days ago was payday, and that was the day after Rolly went to the vet. We had to wrestle with Rolly while we were at the vet, because he just did not want the vet to go near his eyes, and he had to get that dye stuff put in his eye. If you've ever had to go to an optometrist and get the dye put in because they were worried that something scratched your eye or something, you'd know what I'm talking about, or if your own animal had a similar issue. So yes, poor Osmorph ended up getting half the dye on his hands. So, yeah, we had a wrestling match with Rolly, unintentionally. And then payday the day after we went to the vet. So, I was in a fair amount of pain. Not that it was visible, because I've gotten good at hiding my pain. Excuse me. And then yesterday I went out with my mum to do a bit of shopping, because it's Osmorph's birthday on Tuesday coming up, which is 20th of February here in Australia, for anyone interested. So I had to go out and buy him a present. Well, a present that he doesn't know I've got him. And my mum wanted to get him something as well. So mum took me out shopping yesterday so that we could go and get Osmorph a birthday present. Unfortunately, my mum uses my grandmother's car to drive around, because my grandmother doesn't like driving anymore, but she refuses to give up her license, which is absolutely ridiculous. Doesn't want to give up her license mainly because she doesn't like public transport, she doesn't like taking taxis, because she doesn't like anyone else's driving. She tolerates my mother's driving, but she does not like anyone else's driving. So if it was a taxi driver or a bus driver, Nana just would not be keen, which makes things even more difficult. But Nana is technically a road risk. So, yeah, anyway, sorry, getting off on a tangent there. So yes, because Mum usually drives my Nan around, Nana has the passenger seat a specific way that it's set up. So, even though I could quite easily just adjust the chair, I refuse to, because Nana tends to complain to my mother that her chair's been adjusted. So I just don't adjust it for that reason, so that Mum doesn't have to deal with a complaining old lady. It's just easier for me to not adjust the chair. So my back tends to flare up and complain when I've finished doing what I need to do in my grandmother's car. So I'm still having some issues from that, and that was yesterday. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I just got the one leaf left to do, just over here. And as you may notice, the flower is actually red, not pink, because usually Ivysaur is pink. Anyway, so yes, I've had a few issues this past week. 2 weeks if you count the first Rolly accident. Still currently dealing with some family drama on my dad's side, which I will not go into, because it's not really anyone else's business. And of course, stress and anxiety can make my back flare up as well. So every time somebody goes and gets in touch with me and says, "Oh, have you heard anything?" my back's liable to go off. And I'm pretty sure my dad rang me last week to ask if I'd heard anything. I was like, I'm not the receptionist. But anyway, as I said, I'm trying not to go into it. I'd love to go on a rant right about now, but I won't. So, yes. I'm hoping that after Rolly's gotten the all clear, hopefully I can see about doing some more work. It won't be so taxing, because I've still got Ivysaur to do, let alone anything else. I've gotten all my templates out and all the black card that I need for those templates for the ones that I really want to do, which is the colour bent Venusaur and the other starter evolutions for Kanto, I think it is. My apologies for proper Pokemon fans who know exactly what I'm talking about region-wise, but I'll just say Gen 1 starters, because then that way it covers like all bases and you know exactly what I'm on about. But yes, as you may have seen, I've done Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle as colour bent ones. And then Ivysaur. I think Venusaur's probably going to be my next one rather than Wartortle or Charmeleon. Mainly so I can get the first evolutionary line done for Gen 1. Oh, and I do have Sylveon on the cards as well, even though Sylveon is not my favourite evolution. But I don't know what colours I'm going to do for Sylveon, besides make it more appealing to myself, which would mean it would be mainly purple. Okay, time for me to put on my autograph, which if you actually watched my binder showcase video, you'll know that my signature's changed for my pieces now. Because originally I was doing my actual signature, now I'm doing my Jadzimon tag. Mainly because... Whoops. I'm trying to make sure that all my stuff is... Whoops, I definitely stuffed up that one, my bad. I want all of my social media and everything to be more fluid, so it all connects and you can tell that it's all connecting. Trying to work out the date. So yes, if you notice that my signatures are different, it's just because I'm trying to make sure everything is more fluid. But anyway, enough of this waffle. There we go. The colour bent Ivysaur. Let's see if I can get up a bit closer. There we go. Whoop. It's done the circly doofy on my camera because my camera is poo on my phone. So, anyway, that is it for today. As you can see, I've still got blue pastel on my fingers. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, don't forget to check my Instagram, my YouTube, and my Facebook page. Majority of them you should be able to find them easily enough just by using my Jadzimon name. But if not, for Facebook, try Ayla's Arts /Jadzimon, and that should usually get you through. But yes, don't forget I do have the sales event going on my Facebook page, on my business page. And obviously Ivysaur will be for sale along with all the rest of them. There will be a charge for lamination if you want it laminated. I do have my laminator and some lamination pouches. Other than that, yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook, follow on Instagram and TikTok. And hopefully I will see you in the next few days with a new piece of artwork. Hopefully it's going to be Venusaur. But we will see how we go. Hope you have a great weekend, guys. In the meantime, I'll see you next time. Bye.